All right, Steve Rankfile Forge here. Getting ready for the next set of tasks that I got to do. Working on old Rusty. Got the gas tank, got the box all finished up. As you can see, I'm kind of sorting out some seats. I was gonna put this leather third row Cadillac Escalade bench in here, but I think it's a little too narrow. So I've got the other seat that I had. This is out of a 1992 Astro third row seat. This thing was brand new, takeout. The the person that owned it pulled it out of theirs as soon as they bought the vehicle, put it in the basement, sat there since 1992, and then a couple years ago, somebody put on Marketplace that they said free, take it away, whatever they want. So I reached out to the landlady and said, yeah, I'm interested. Can I go take a look at it? She says, yeah, it's in the back lane. Go get it before somebody else gets it. So I got there and I went to take it. She says, you know what, you can have it. Can you please throw away, because I had a truck, can you throw away some old busted up vanity, whatever? I'm like, yeah, no problem. So I threw that in the garbage. Got a free seat, brand new, had seatbelts. This thing was installed from the factory, and that's it. It never saw the light of day since 1992 until I got it. Awesome score. Modified some of the brackets, had my buddy Daryl weld those brackets up for me. So I just brought it inside, and what I decided to do is it had a lock on the passenger side here. I took the handle out on both sides so that from the driver's side you can open it up. Basically there's just a little hook. I just removed the hook. Spring loaded, all that stuff. Had to drill out a big rivet or whatever, but I should have recorded that, but wasn't much to see. Yeah, so this sucker's ready to go back in. Well, not totally. So before I do that, I've got some holes in the floor that I want to patch up. That's where the old fuel line went. Don't need that anymore, so I'm gonna patch that up. I've got a little grommet back here somewhere. The light's pretty crappy back here, but that had the wiring to the gas tank, the fuel sending switch. That's all been removed. So I'm gonna patch up any kind of holes I need, but I do want to run one wire back here because I think I want to put some red LED lights underneath the seat. Figured it'd be nice, just a nice glow. I might put a little bit under the dash just to light up underneath, just for driving. It's not too bright, shouldn't be too distracting. Yeah, so now I gotta work on the interior. Once I get this interior back, maybe I can go for a ride. I don't know, we got a bunch of snow yesterday, so I don't think I'm driving anytime soon, but so maybe I'll put some kind of board across or something, so I got some kind of storage along here for tools. So if I ever break down, I've got some basic tools. Right on, get in the garage. I'm still working on the truck. Got the back end of the truck all done. Got the gas tank, all that stuff. Fuel lines tested. Exhaust running. Box is all back together again. Yeah, everything's looking good. I want to focus on the interior. Want to kind of back up a few steps here. The seat that I had in here, I put in, I guess, 2 years ago. And there was this little border, if you will, that was on the factory seat. I cut it out. I couldn't get rid of it. I felt like that I should be trying to use it for something. So you kind of see it's just sitting loose. Cut it out to make room for the floor. Put that down, sorry. So I figured I've got a fairly straight floor. I've cleaned up where the old gas tank was. I got to patch up some floors. I'm going to work on that today. I wanted to take that trim piece that I cut out, and I was actually going to cut sections of it to make a little bit of a cap. So when you first come in the vehicle, you're not looking under the seat, because I'm going to have some stuff stored in there. You know, wrenches or whatever, because you break down often. Unfortunately, that's hot rodding. But I also want to put some LED lights in there. So I picked up a nice strip of LED lights that are not just a bunch of little dots. It's got a nice rubber case on it, and it's all should make a nice glow under it. I'm not trying to light up the cab. I'm just trying to put a nice glow. I thought it'd be kind of neat. So I've got a couple power lines. I'm going to run a power line up to here. I'm going to do some soldering, patching some lines, see how it works. Hopefully it'll look all right underneath the seat, just to kind of glow the floor up a little bit. yeah, that's what I'm gonna work on today. Get all that stuff going so I can get the seat back in and get it on the road. Let's go. All right, what I did was cut the corners off the other trim piece, and my idea was to have them kind of sit like this. I could probably fill in some sheet metal here or something like that just to smooth it out. I could rivet it down, I could weld it down, whatever I see fit. Have one on either side. So when the bench sits here, you're not going to see the framework, but it's still going to be open here. And I'd probably round off the corners, but there's a rubber trim that I found on Amazon, just some cheap stuff, whatever, just to protect it so nobody's going to cut their fingers. I think that may box it off nice and neat. A little bit of straightening. They kind of got bent when I was pulling it out, which is not a big deal, but again, not a show truck, just trying to have a little bit of fun, a little bit of cleanup and stuff, make the interior a little cleaner. Yeah, let's try it out. I don't know. I guess the next step would be to straighten it out, clean it up. I got to grind all the edges, round the corners, try and make it look like something, and then I can weld it in, or I'll probably just screw it in. I'll probably get some sheet metal screws and throw it in. I think that's going to hold it for what I need to do. Yeah, should clear all the holes. I think it'll look nice. Yeah. Okay, I got them all cleaned up a little bit. I'm just going to drill some holes so I can sheet metal screw them in. Yeah, drill press is over there. What I'm going to do is use this. It'll be good. One. The other one. Should be good. And then what I'll do, I'll line it up, double check measurements, I'll just run some sheet metal screws in there, and this should be good. Throw a bit of black paint on it. It's going to look nice. I'll clean up the edges, or the edges are cleaned up. I have a light back here to be able to shine forward. Not going to leak out the side. I don't want to be distracting when someone's trying to get in. I don't know. Should be cool. I'll do that. I'll run a wiring up to here. Run my LED lights in here. We'll work from that. Right on. Alright. Tied into this cluster of wiring, which is an aftermarket wiring harness. I found one wire that is not being used. It's on its own fuse. Everything's good to go. It only operates on ignition. So I tied in a fresh wire that I'm going to run for the LED lights for underneath the seats. Just put the connector on there, heat shrinked. I love these little heat shrink units. They're really nice and clean. I'm going to tidy up the wires, pull the wires underneath the truck and feed it up through this little grommet here, protect the wiring, and then I'm gonna start mounting some LED lights. And gotta run a switch. Actually, I gotta run a switch. Forgot about that. So this little Bluetooth speaker unit that I built a year or two ago. I really wish I had did a video on that, because that was a really cool little build. Put some speakers in there. Got an old military box. Ran all the goodies on the inside. Sorry, get that light out of the. Sorry, trying to light this up properly, guys. I apologize. So that's what it looks like on the inside. You know, I got a little room I could put my insurance in there if I wanted, or whatever. But I think I'm gonna run a switch on the front side here. So on the outside, a little toggle switch that I can just flick on, turn the lights, and we got some lights going on. Hopefully it's gonna look okay. Yeah, I'll drill a hole, put a switch, I'll run the wiring into the box, and then back to the lights. Yeah, just like that. Makes it sound nice and easy, eh? Hopefully it makes sense in my head. Hopefully it makes sense in your head what I'm gonna do, but yeah. So I'm gonna crawl under the truck, gotta jack it up, so I can work, tie wrap some wire along there, get it all nice and tidy, run it into the box. Maybe I'll drill another hole to feed it here, and then I don't know. I'm gonna take a look, I'm gonna lift it, see what I got underneath, and go from there. Okay. Had a bit of a pain in the butt running the wire into the truck, but I got it. What a pain in the rump. So right now I'm feeding the wire into the box so I can hook up one of these classic toggle switches. I just really like them, just big, bold, just nice and sturdy switches. Get them at any tire, any store, hardware store, whatever. But what I am doing when I run the wire underneath the truck, you're not going to see it underneath the seat, sorry. I got these little 3M clips. I'll clean a spot, I'll fasten my wires into there. Should be a nice tidy wire install is the plan. But so I'm gonna feed it through here. I'm gonna cut it short. I ran way too much wire. I feel like I'm wasting wire, but it'll get used. I always do use it. And then actually gonna use the rest of this wire to feed back from the switch to the lights. If I can find ran these little grommets through the hole to kind of protect the wire, which is being a pain in the butt. That's okay, we'll get this. No problem. Sometimes it just needs a little bit of force. So I'm gonna run these, gonna put on my clips to wire them up to the switch. I'll just get some little eyelets. So get my reading glasses because I am getting blind. Need new cutters and strippers. Literally just had the switches. For sakes. The problem when you do all this stuff is you can't see. I'll use the ones in front of me right now. Put a heat shrink, or it's a heat shrink connector I'll run a heat on this and I'll just cinch it down, make it look like it's nice. Sorry, I put my head in front of the camera. There we go. I'll be honest with you, I don't know if there's a right side to this side here or not, but we're gonna let's do whatever. Worst case scenario, I just gotta change it. .50-50 shots. There we go. I'll get mounted in the box. I feel like I should have installed these seat sides before, or I do it after. So it's gonna go. I don't know if you can see here. I'm gonna tilt the camera forward. I drill a hole right here to accept the switch. Very standard install, these switches. Like this. I really like these switches. There we go. Probably pull these back a little bit. I don't want to pull too much. So the power in, power's coming out. This power's going to go to the lights themselves, which I've got far too much wiring. Yeah. Close that up. Just kind of making sure. Should miss everything. Okay, getting it up to enough. Yeah, that's clearing it. That's on there. What the seat will be up against here. I got my cup holders. I got my Bluetooth on/off switch, and then I got the light switch on the back. Right on. Let's mount some lights. Okay, I'm running these little clips. I think I got them on Amazon a while ago. I don't know if they're any good or not, but seems to be doing the trick for most of my wiring. I don't know. A couple wires in there from where you want it. 3M double side tape, old clip. I don't know. Just keeping it tidy, less to kick around. It's like a rope lighting, but it's all LED light. So I'm gonna cut it to suit. Just be in there. I don't know, I got like 15 15 feet of this. I don't think I need all this, but I can do one strip. I think one strip is going to be enough. I can put two. I don't know if it's going to make any more of a difference, but gotta cut these lights down. I got a bracket there, so if I went 32 inches, I've got a bracket. You can see my bracket imprint right here for my seat, so I don't really want to go past that. Yeah, it should be nice. Okay, I measure out. Give you these little cut lines on the LED lights. Seems to make it pretty foolproof, and see how I'm a fool. It's hard to see. It's hard to see, but every inch or so there's a little black line, and that is where we're going to cut. Just like that. A little strip like this. Two little wires. One is going to be positive. The other one's going to be ground. Pretty basic, right? Ground, I should be able to just run a sheet metal screw to the floor, seal it off, or make sure it's got a good ground there, power to it, and then we're off to the rodeo. Okay, so I put all these clips on to hang the light. Need a little bit of adjustment. It's an okay system. It's not a great system, but it's an okay system. I am the line off of here. I am gonna crimp on a new line. It's pretty thin wire, so I had to. I stripped it long, and I'm twisting it together just to thicken it up a bit. So make sure there's a good connection on in this little thing here. That. I don't know. Did it work? We'll find out. Get this heat trace without burning my fingers. Pretty hard too. Yep. So I guess the next step is to power it up. You see that? That's going to be glowing under the seat. A little bit of cleanup, and I think this is going to look really, really cool. What do you guys think? I think we can do it. Look at that. I don't know about you, but I think it's pretty cool. All right. Got the interior back together. Got our little plates to kind of cover it. It just cleans it up a bit. It's nothing special. We got the light switch here. I'll just show you. I got the nice little lights underneath. It came out of the clip. I'll fix that real quick. Not a big deal. Yeah, everything's looking good. Seat's back in. I rigged up the hinge here so it doesn't lock on me. I can open and close this from any side. Shuts down, seat belts are on, everything's good to go. That interior, man, I'm ready to go for a ride right now. A little bit of cleanup to do, but we'll clean that up right now before I go any further. Gas tank, I got fuel and gas. Exhaust done. That's done. That's wicked. Nice logo, I love that. We're gonna do a little bit of cleanup under here before spring. A little 305, haven't shown it on camera yet. I want to repaint this Cadillac style air cleaner. It's not an original one, that's just from Speedway, but it's a smaller one. It looks really nice. Yeah, I'm ready to go cruising. We'll go cruising this summer. I don't know. If you're not already, subscribe and like if you find this interesting. This is a quick little simple video. Just some stuff to get my interior back. I still got to fill a couple holes in the floor. I'll go around, I'll do that after. There's nothing interesting about that. I'll probably cut some steel, silicone, rivet it in or something like that so it's watertight. There's only a couple holes I got to fill, but everything's looking good. And if not already, get in the garage, get dirty. Clean up this mess.